Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the ACS Universe. Glad to have you here. As always, on Fridays, 8 p.m. every Friday. I'd like to extend my appreciation. If you're here watching right now, I thank you so much for spending your Friday evenings in the ACS Universe. You know, just a little bit of time. You know, the show varies with the topic we talk about. It goes back and forth through a lot of stuff. But yes, thank you so much for watching the show. We're going to be bringing on some panelists here shortly. I first would like to say that there's a link in the description to AFSP if you're in the giving mood and want to donate. The link is down there. Always has been, always will be. Also, would like to shout out the patrons to the show, the supporters, the guys who make the gears turn, and lady, Meg, Ryan, Dawson, Andre, Gillis, Ohio, Dave, and Joey. Appreciate you guys. You guys make the show run. You guys make the gears turn. We appreciate that. And yeah, so thank you for coming to the show. It's ACS Universe. It's episode 66. That's fucking ridiculous, right? And I took several breaks, you know, because I like to do that from time to time, take a break and kind of regather some information and try to change up some things just to not rebrand the show, but, you know, keep it new and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. It's Friday night, I know, but we have quite the show in for you guys. So, like, you know, I know you've seen the thumbnails, you've seen you see the description down below. So look, we're going to be trying to do something that's kind of difficult to do. We're all Zack Snyder fans here. Hopefully, you guys are in the chat. Yeah, we're going to try to rank Zack's 10 films. You know, from Dawn of the Dead to Army of the Dead, right? And it's a thing where I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. You know, all his movies are fire. They're all great. I love all of them. So that's why it makes it so difficult to try to rank them. But just relax. If movies, you know, when the panel gets in here and we start like, movies don't fall where you think they might fall. Hey, it's everybody's personal opinion. All this stuff is subjective. Yo, sorry about that. Yeah, but we wanted to do this for some time, but I had to wait until Zack Snyder's Justice League was released and Army of the Dead, just so everybody can like get his full grasp. I think it's going to be some time before we see another film from Zack. And with that being said, that's why this list is just his first 10 films, including Snow Steam Iron, which is it's a short film, but it is indeed a film. So as we go through those later on in the show, I'd like to see everybody's rankings in the chat. And once again, thank you guys for attending the show and being a part of this. But what we're going to start off with, like I said, we'll get to the rankings a little bit later, but what we're going to start off with is some fire, okay? So I cast, along with the Culture Nerd, dropping a companion article today of the title reveal for like this thing that the fans are doing, that we're getting together like a fan project, the Dreamscapes of Justice League, a motion comic. And you guys saw the tease, you guys heard the voiceovers. It's going to be fire. There's a lot of talent involved in this, a lot of very talented people putting in some hard work to get this done. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. Now, me personally, not the one to tell you about it. I am involved, I can say that. But right now, we're going to bring on some people who can tell you about this project, about the Dreamscapes of Justice League, a motion comic. What up, Matt from Lightcast? What's good, man?
What's up, man? Is it just me? Oh, there's Taylor.
Hey, Taylor, what's good? What's good?
Did Hussein show up? Is he here?
No, he's not. So Hussein's not here yet. He's not here yet. So what's going on, you guys? How's your Friday? I know, Taylor, you had to rush home.
Yeah, I know from work. So, yep, I'm ready for the weekend.
Okay, good, cool, man, cool. Same, ready for the weekend. But so you guys dropped this thing on us, man. You dropped it on us earlier today. I knew it was coming, but like, so just real quick, man. Here we go. Hussein, what's good?
Hussein.
Hey guys.
Awesome.
What up? Hey, man. So I was just telling them, like, you guys, I knew it was coming, but you know, a lot of people didn't, and you guys dropped this thing. Tell me, what is this project? Like, what's
that's a good question. So one of the things I think a lot of people are asking, I mean, Hussein, what happened? It doesn't exist. It's not real.
It's the biggest prank we've ever held. Here
Yeah. And sorry if I look distracted. I'm actually pulling up new scenes right now from new elements that are coming in from visual effects that I'm looking at off to the side. But one of the things that I think we really wanted to get away from was fan made. Like, is it a fan made project? And and I think the thing that we really are trying to stress the most is that everybody's a fan, rather if you're a creator or if you're a director or even if you're a professional director, you're out there making professional films. Everyone's a fan of the product. So everything in a sense is a fan made film, right? So we really wanted to get away from that. And we really wanted to focus on that this isn't just, fans making this. This is really a project to build awareness, not just for AFSP, because that's the primary focus, but to build awareness for the Restore the Snyderverse and to let people know that these storyboards are never going to see the light of day on film, right? Yeah. Because Zack went on and moved on and made new storyboards for a completely kind of alter them and change them to fit this new story, because he's not going the route that he was going with these, which is great that he put them out there to build awareness for a sequel. But we wanted to take those and we wanted to bring them to life. And that idea actually started with Andre from the Nicotina Show.
Yes, who should be joining us shortly. Real quick, what's up, chat? I'm just throwing your comments up here as we talk. There's a lot of them that were waiting to be put up. So you go ahead, man.
Oh no worries. And it kind of sparked with him and then kind of fell into Hussein's lap. And then from Hussein, he informed me of what was going on. And that's when we just started collaborating on, if we did this, how would we do this? And to what extreme could we get away with? I'll tell you right now,
the most extreme
that we can get away with, because I'm a person that's like, once I get into a project, I want to get it in and I want it to look good. Like, I want it to look like it's something that will get attention, but at the same time deliver fan service and deliver the service I think fans require when it comes to this type of project.
And real quick, I want to shout out Q with the super chat. Appreciate it, dude, man. Hey, yeah, it's always good to see people support the show, man.
Dude, hook me up with $20, dude.
I mean, now that you mentioned it, pizza sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you rushed home from work. You hadn't got a chance to get a bite.
Nothing yet. But no, I wanted to point out something. What Matt was saying before, by saying the true definition of a fan project is one of those things. It's like you said, directors are fans of their product, and by definition, the Star Wars prequels are the most expensive and elaborate fan home movies ever made, because they're all made by George Lucas, 100% in his house, on Skywalker Ranch. So those are technically home movies. So I think people need to they don't need to. I mean, there's a stigma when it comes to the concept of what's a fan project, right? Where a lot of people think, oh, fan project means low budget and just absolute just cookie cutter and tinfoil and shit in the garage. And Zack Snyder's Snow Steam Iron was a fan project that he made just in his house with a phone. So people need to, I guess, take a look at technically, yes, but also by definition, literally everything is at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't officially WB, and this isn't officially I don't know, if people want to call it a fan project, that's up to people. But what this is something we created with some very talented people, and man, you guys are gonna see some pretty crazy shit.
Yeah, pretty crazy shit. It's so cool. Matt will text me things 2 a.m. Dude, I'm I'm sleeping, but that's amazing.
Yeah, one thing that I know we were talking about earlier before the stream was that this is not going to be monetized at all. I know a lot of people have been asking us on Twitter and then in the DMs are you guys making money off of this, or what can we do to fund it? Nobody needs to do anything to fund it. Matt and I have pretty much just taken the responsibility of like doing this like out of our pockets. We're not asking for money from anyone. This is once the project drops, it's not going to be monetized. I want to make that very clear. It is not going to be monetized.
Yeah.
And this is strictly for just AFSP awareness, and whoever wants to donate to AFSP can, always, of course, donate for AFSP. That's what this is about.
Yes, and if you want to, right now, the link is down in the description. I want to take this opportunity real quick to add a couple more to the panel. First off, making his first appearance in ACS Universe, Truth is in the stream. What's good, Truth? He might be absent right now. And also, somebody involved with this project. What up?
What's up,
man?
That's my guy right there.
Hold on, where's my whiskey? I gotta get.
I know, right?
No, this is funny. So Dave, you and I speak every other day, maybe, but this is the first time we've ever been on a stream at the same time.
Oh, hey,
this.
I love bringing people together. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, is that good? There we go. We're good.
Yeah.
Hey, so hold on. I was Richard Citron was on a stream, was on a live Instagram live just about like half hour ago.
Yeah.
And I ended up dropping in the live chat, and people were like, "Oh, like Richard, like, do you know about the motion comic?" And Richard was like, "Do I know about it?" He was like, "I'm in it." He ended up revealing who he's playing, and then the person brought me in. I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Yeah." I just wanted to say that I'm one of the directors, and Nick is one of the he's one of the creators of it, and Richard is in it, and he already told you guys. So
did he say who he was playing?
Yeah, he said who he was, and then he messaged me.
Hey, that's awesome.
He messaged me on the side. He was like, "Oh, dude," he was like, so when does this release?" And I told him, and he was like, "Shoot," he was like, "I thought it was gonna drop today," and I'm like, "Nope, not today."
That's funny. That's great. I love it.
Yeah. What's good? Oh shit, Why Not's in here? Yes, that art, Why Not stuff right there.
I love Why Not. Great.
Yeah,
he does great shit.
Goat, man.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I need to buy
he's
some of
amazing.
that stuff. I don't know. I've been so preoccupied, and I guess rightly so, with the baby that's coming in like a week. But
yeah,
like,
juggling, man, juggling. That's what it's called, man.
I'm trying to like wrap up my work and then go and leave, and then I'm trying to like help out as much as I can with this. And it's funny because like I talked to Matt and all them, and you guys were all really good about like not bringing me in like hardcore into this thing so that I wouldn't be busy. But like I was like, I could have done more. I'm not leaving yet, so it was one of those. I get it. So no, this is good. This actually may be one of my last streams before I go on like Media Dark for a few months.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
That's how it goes.
How it goes.
Trust me, man. Is it first one?
First one with my wife. Yeah, I have a stepson who's 13.
Oh, okay.
This is our first one together.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
So yeah, you jumping back into the cockpit. What up,
Yeah.
Meg?
So, man.
Oh yeah. Yo, this shirt, people have been copying the shirt. Ryan made this design. He took the Man of Steel glyph and put the ACS in it, and then put it on the shirt. And I got it from his Teespring. So
Nice.
it's fire. It's fire. Yeah. So tell them when we should expect to see this thing.
Where's
That's
a mad
Nicotina?
question.
I feel like Nicotina should be here for this too.
He said he's
Yeah.
going to be a tad bit. He's
Okay.
Of course,
You know
yeah.
what? As a matter of fact, Andre, you late. You said 15 after. He's late.
Well, I was talking to Andre on the phone prior to getting here, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you gonna get on the show?" And he's, I'm gonna be there 15 minutes later because he's gonna do his little warm up." And I said, "Oh, okay. So what are you doing right now?" And he's like, "I'm at the park with my kids."
Yeah.
And it's like, "So you're not gonna show up 15 minutes later. You're just gonna be late because you're at the park with your kids." Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I get it. Just you don't have to go to that extreme."
I mean, when you have kids, they take priority.
Oh yeah, they do. But you don't have to lie to kick it, right? Is that the term? You don't have to lie to kick it. I love giving Andre a hard time. I love giving Andre a hard
we
time.
all like giving Andre a hard time. It's a priority here on the show. So when he gets here, I'm clapping on him hard as soon as he gets here.
One of my first streams with him, one of my favorite ones, is my first streams with him. We were like midstream, and he realized that he was supposed to be at a meeting for work while we were recording. And he was like, "Oh no, I had a Zoom meeting 20 minutes ago. And he's like, they'll be fine.
Oh God.
Oh shit! Yeah, V did he? This dude right here, he was stationed in Texas with me. We were in the Army together. He likes to jump on the string, said forget them kids. He's got kids, by the way. So,
Okay.
but he do like to say forget them kids.
Great.
So, like I was asking, like when should we expect to see this thing drop?
I mean,
I don't need an exact date, but like
no, I got you. Everybody's been asking when do they expect it. We did put in the article with the Cultured Nerd. I think we let the writer know that we're expected to drop it in the third quarter of this year in 2021. So we're looking at probably end of September, like the first week of October, if we can get it in there, because we're trying to plan everything out so there's no issues, because everything we're doing is all originals. So we have to create new original art. We have to make it move. We got to make the layers. We have to fit those layers on the timeline so that we can now animate them. Yeah. The visual effects that we have is, the kid is 18 years old and he is doing amazing things. And the artist that we have, Mariano, is doing amazing things as well. So Luis is doing the visual effects, motion, and Mariano's pulling out new art. And I'm looking at it right now, and we're getting new pieces that come in daily. And
new pieces like like this. Yeah, that's it.
Do you want to see that? Do you want to see that in motion?
Hey, yeah, go ahead and play just that.
I'll do
that.
So dope.
But Matt, I'm just gonna say this. I know you have a habit of, teasing more than you should.
I do.
So let's keep that limited to what we're about to see.
Also, I think
because
before you put it up, Anthony. I'll give you a little fun one.
Tell me when to put it up.
Don't put this up.
Oh, okay.
Whatever he's showing you right now, don't put that up.
Don't put this up, but you can see it, right?
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah,
dude. Okay. Chill.
You can put it up now. You can put it up now. I'm probably getting
put it up now.
Yeah, you're good with it. But so this is actually the frame that we pulled right here, and then we just pulled it out and then used it as like for the article. But what we were doing with this, and to kind of bring this to life, is that this is still a rough design. Yeah. So thank you. So this is still a rough design. We still have another 2 layers that we need to throw on top of this to really bring it to life. And we're still trying to animate Batman's entrance in here. And there's a few other things. So when you see this in its completion, when it's released, you're going to see that this is going to look a lot different, but this is kind of what it looks like in motion. So we have the rain kind of falling down. The clouds are going to be moving. There's going to be a bat symbol back there, and we're going to have this lightning strike that's going to appear with Batman present on the gargoyle. But I mean, it's really what's really going to bring this all to life is going to be the mixing that we have is doing, and the composing is all original. Like, it's original music, it's original sounds. We're doing real Foley, so everything we're doing is all real. Nothing is being I guess third party sourced online. Everything is going to be real recordings. So if we want a punch sound, we're going to do a real punch sound. We're going to do a real hit. We're going to do a real tapping of glass. We're going to do real sounds to make it feel more organic, to bring it to life. With the narration, of course, I think everybody knows now is Ray Porter. So yes, that was Ray Porter in the title reveal trailer. And he does voice Darkseid. So,
and I love how someone brought this up in one of the comments. That this is the first time Ray Porter has actually said the name Superman as Darkseid.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
Well, that's dope. That's dope.
Clapping the cheekage. Damn, homie. Yeah, y'all chill. So this is what got this entire thing rolling earlier today when you guys dropped. Because like I said, I knew it was coming, but a lot of people didn't. And so
I don't want him dead. I want Superman to celebrate.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Fun fact about that noise.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a fun fact about that track. That's going to be one of the main tracks for the motion comic. However, just to throw people off, I took the track and reversed it. So it sounds like everything is going backwards. So all those sounds, when you hear them in its entirety, are actually going to be going the opposite direction, because that takes place in one of the parts in the motion comic where the Flash has to do something, right? We all know, but he has to go back in time, and he's being chased by Superman, which is kind of what we were teasing today with some concept art by Ryan, who did it. Zebrafet, I know he's out there listening.
Yes, he is.
We're actually using those sounds for that scene.
It's gonna be. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, sounds good so far.
I cannot wait, man.
Oh, okay. It's a question back there. Yeah. Y'all get on the question in the backstage. But yeah. So like, that dropped, and I was like, I hadn't heard the sound yet. Saw the visual of it yesterday, but I hadn't heard the sound. So yeah, that's absolute fire. So talk about real quick, like the talent, like the people who are putting their voices to this thing, man. Any one of you guys.
This is funny. I think Hussein, this one becomes funny because it was, if wish Andre was here, because he'll probably just go,
like Matt mentioned, this was Andre's idea, right?
Yeah.
And Andre obviously he spoke to some of you guys about this and got you guys involved. So, and then he came up to me. He was like, "Hey," he was like, "Do you think we could just get Ray Porter for this, since it's going to be for AFSP and nonprofit type of thing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, what is this? And then like he told me more about it, and I'm like, hey, what if instead of just Ray Porter, we got like people like Harry Lennox and Christina Wren and Richard Citrone, and he was like, dude, if you could pull that off, that'd be crazy. And I'm like, I was like, me, Matt, Taylor, like we talked to these guys, like I text Harry Lennox. I can pull up his text messages right now. So I reached out to them and they're like, hey, I mean, it's a nonprofit, charity like project. Why not? Let's do it. So we brought, these people on. So you saw the TCN release an article about that. I don't know if you have it pulled up, but the class is listed on there. You can, if you want to pull that up. So we even have Karen Bryson on there. She's extremely talented, and my God, when you guys hear her lines,
oh my God, dude, she gives me chills. I'm not gonna lie, she gives me chills every time I go and listen to that scene and have to play her audio for that scene. And you have another voice accompanied her, which is like the wonderful Liz Wonder accompanying that voice together. They honestly sound perfect in that scene. When you listen as a fan, I'm sitting back like I got goosebumps listening to this.
The aforementioned Nicotina.
I think you're on the wrong side of this.
Yeah. Dude,
I think you're supposed to be over here looking at the comments.
All right, so here's an article that you guys posted on Culture Nerd. The Dreamscapes of Justice League, a motion comic, fire. Exclusive Zack Snyder's original sequel storyboards will now be a motion comic. Any of you guys want to read this, or you want me to read it?
You're doing a great job.
I mean, I can read it since it's from my site if you want. However you want to do it.
I'll scroll down as you read it.
All right, sounds good. Exclusive. Zack Snyder's original sequel storyboards will now be a motion comic. In Q3 of 2021, Lightcast Films presents The Dreamscapes of Justice League, a motion comic. And then it repeats it again because I think we had messed up on editing there somewhere. The original storyboards, collaborated by Zack Snyder, Jim Lee, and Jeff Johns for the intended Justice League 2, were released on March 6, 2021 in Dallas, Texas at the AT&T Discovery District to promote HBO Max's Zack Snyder's Justice League. Scroll.
Yep.
In the motion comic, being released alongside AFSP charity event, will feature narration from the one and only Ray Porter, with a starring cast of Harry Lennox, Karen Bryson, Sam Benjamin, Scott Fowler, Presley Coker, Richard Citrone, Christina Wren, and also including Megan Lux of Wonder Meg, for all you don't know, David Avery, which is a fellow down below here.
Yeah.
Geraldo Cortez, Anthony Sherfield, and Dawson Woodrick, and more. First look of Batman by artist, and I want to butcher his name. Matt, how do you pronounce this guy's name?
Mariano.
Well, I mean, the last name. I knew Mariano.
Oh yeah. Good luck.
He gonna be like, I quit. He gonna be like, I quit.
Mariano, the upcoming Dreamscapes Justice League motion comic. The motion comic will feature new artwork by Mariano, colorist and comic book artist from Argentina, and 18-year-old Luis. I'm going to butcher that. I'll just say Luis, VFX artist from Peru. And then we have a little clip right there for that was dropped on Twitter this morning, coinciding with this, as well as the YouTube link.
Nice. So there you guys have it. That's the article dropped on the Culture Nerd with just giving a brief description because we don't, we're going to keep it close to the chest. We're not trying to put too much out there as far as what this thing entails. But so it's feature length, right?
Yeah, we're actually
pretty hefty.
I think we're looking at probably about 45 minutes runtime.
Nice.
Yeah, and it should be about 45 minutes. There's like original music and with beginning and end credits and stuff should be about 45 minutes. And I mean, just to like let everybody know that's watching, you will get like another teaser by the end of the month, right? Right, yeah. Matt? That's what we were planning, right?
Yeah, I'm actually working on that as we speak.
So you guys have seen on the TCN website, you've seen like the cast that's involved, and it said and more. So you'll get a full cast list by the end of the month, and
you'll see who's playing who.
Yep, it'll be pretty epic.
Yeah. There's a couple people. There's a couple people in this chat right now that I am super excited for you guys to see to actually hear it. I think Ohio. I think I shared a little bit with you.
Yeah, I heard.
And I probably shouldn't have.
Of what you guys did with what I did in this, and it was like, dude, just on that clip I heard, I was super impressed by it.
Oh,
like,
dude, it's gotten so much better. It's gotten
my God.
So much better. You have no idea.
Super impressed.
And I see Meg in the chat, and Matt and I just reviewed one of the scenes that was created for Meg. And oh my God,
she's gonna fucking go livid. She's gonna go livid. I'll say that because I was driving home and I saw it on my phone to update, and I have it set like our workflow system because the visual effects artists and the graphic artists, they're in two different locations around the world. I have a system set up so that we can do real-time editing on the spot. So right now, a visual effects artist is changing elements to scenes that are updating live right now for me. And when I saw the update, because I had it on my phone, I literally like dropped my phone and almost like I had to pull over to the side to see what I just saw. And I was like, did Superman just fucking do that? Like, we're really going to make Superman do that? So...
Technically, Zach made him do it first.
Yeah, Zach made him do it first, and we're just now going to show you what exactly that looks like.
This is gonna seem a little odd, but once you're working on a project like this and you know like who's voicing who, and then you end up seeing what happens to that character, you feel so bad for them. So like the scene I'm talking about, like Meg, she did such a great job like voicing the character she's voicing.
That's just sweet.
And then the scene that was created for her today, I felt so bad.
I feel bad. She's such a sweet person.
Yeah, I'm not Meg.
She said, "What movie you talking about?" Yo, if you just joined and we're talking about this,
we should play it again. Just play it.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. In case you guys just joined, this is basically what we're discussing right now.
I don't want him dead. I want Superman to celebrate.
Yes, there it is. That's motion comic. We're working on some stuff.
Yeah, and it's Ray Porter's birthday today, man. It's
happy birthday,
That's
Ray.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
good timing. Jeez.
Superman. Jesus Christ. All right, so with this thing, like, we're excited. Like, it was exciting for me for what I did for it, and like Andre asked me to do it, and I was like, yeah, you got it, and then I did it, and I listened. I was like, yo, that shit's and then so I sent it to him, and then so like it's a thing where like all of these people who are involved in this, like that have contributed, I'm eager because I only know what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like the rest of the people, I have no idea. Like the contribution besides like the artwork we've seen, or obviously Ray, because we know Ray's, you know, his voice and stuff. But hold on. Let's see. Question: are there Justice League characters that aren't in the storyboards that you'll use for the motion comic?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are. Yeah.
Yes.
I can think of at least one. I won't give it away, but yeah, there's definitely one for sure that we definitely wanted to include on this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't deviate too much from, you know, the storyboards because we didn't want to change what was already there and make it like a fan fiction. Because if it was going to be a fan fiction, then we would have just, you know, done so much more to it. Mm-hmm. But the overall story is the same, but we did include one like major character in there that we thought like should fit.
It's referenced, but
yeah, the character is
definitely referenced.
Yeah, so we thought it'd be a really great idea to actually create some art for that character too, and but
it's
here's another interesting story. So when we reached out to Ray Porter for the narration, so a lot of people ask him to do the dark side voice, right? Mm-hmm. And I personally don't know, like, you know, if he's like, if he gets annoyed by that question, because he's a very good like voice artist, right? He's a very good like voice actor, and I didn't want to ask him to voice the dark side. So I asked him, you know, I told him about the AFSP charity event and project and stuff. And I'm like, hey, I was like, you know, there's a line for dark side. You can skip over that, you know, if you could just narrate the overall story. And he said, yeah, absolutely. He did it, and then he sent me the file. And when I heard the file, he did the dark side voice. I was like, holy crap, dude, this is just crazy. And I messaged him back, and I'm like, hey, like, you know, you didn't have to do it, but I really, really appreciate this.
Yeah.
So it worked out so well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So also he's not here. I invited him. He's kind of busy at the moment. Maybe later on he might be able to drop in. But my homie Geraldo, man. Talk about Geraldo's involvement in the project.
Oh man, his
I was just listening to his track because what I have to do. Go ahead, Hussein.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's gonna feel kind of wrong, but yeah, like we're gonna add Gerald, or like he did such a great job with some of the narration. Mm-hmm. Like he's definitely gonna be added in there, and I feel like we might just cut out just like the last portion of some of Ray Porter's thing because Gerald, it's so not really cut out.
Well, it's not really.
Oh, we got the behind the scenes. Hey,
what it is we actually have 3 different styles of full narration, and there's different narrations throughout the thing. Ray Porter is the main narrator that will take you on this journey, but Geraldo's narration, which overall was like what we started with as a base. And then the more I heard it on the timeline, I was like, this fucking has to be in it. This has to be in it because it's so smooth. So we actually, it is so smooth.
He did my intro, by the way, the music on my intro, Geraldo. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I was talking to Ills, the composer, and we were just going back and forth like, dude, we are definitely using this. This is so perfect. So there's a special place. We're not going to tell you where, but there's a special place for his narration. And when you hear it, you'll know why.
Oh, man, you did so good with it.
Yeah. It hits so good. It just makes you feel so good inside. Like, damn, I want this guy to narrate me going everywhere in life.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
that's the most like we can say about him without giving like too much away. But he did do a really phenomenal job. Him, Ray Porter, and then there is one more person who's part of the narration, and I don't think we're gonna give that one away right now.
Oh, okay. Keep it a secret.
Yeah, we're not gonna give that one. If we gave that one away, I think a lot of people will.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys in the private chat, but that's it.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I do want to kind of break up some like speculation and some like, I know there was a little bit of criticism. I guess I'll take it as criticism. I will usually take it as passive aggressiveness, because at the same time when people put things online or they say things, I could care less, you know, overall. Like we do these projects. I do projects because I love them. I love doing them. And I, you know, if you don't like it, then that's so be it. You know, it is what it is. And you know, there's other things out there you can enjoy. But in all essence, there was a lot of talk about, you know, are you going to tap into infringement? Are you going to be doing things that, you know, you shouldn't be doing? Are you going to get in trouble? Is Warner Brothers going to come after you? Is Warner Media going to come after you? I think I actually have some of the tweets on my phone from some of the people that were sending them to me. And it's just kind of like, how are you going to get away with raising money for a foundation and the distribution rights, the trademark, the copyright? You know, you're going to get in trouble. You can't be doing this. Or are you doing it because of clout? And it's like, listen, none of us do this for clout, because if we did, then you would literally see like fucking Hussein and Matthew and Andre's fucking Justice League, you know, and we're doing all, we're fucking putting our name everywhere around it, and we're letting people know we're jamming it down their throats, and we're not doing any of that.
Matthew Miranda's Zack Snyder's Justice League. Matthew Miranda produced it would be all over.
You know, and it's like, we didn't, and I'll say this now, like, we didn't devise this story. You know, this is Zack Snyder, Jim Lee, and Jeff Johns that devised these storyboards. They worked really hard when they worked together and made these. All we're doing as a team is we had to ask ourselves the question, how could we bring this to life in a way that was visually structured as a narrative that if people watched it, would they understand from point A to point B this full narrative and how this would go? And so what we did is we took those storyboards and we pieced it into a story in the same similar idea by taking their format and putting it into a story. So we're not doing anything as far as like, we're going to sell it and profit off this and go run up into the hills and take over the world like Pinky and the Brain. We're not doing that. I mean, we're doing it as a nonprofit awareness campaign video to support American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and build awareness for Zack Snyder's world and the restore the Snyderverse. Like, that is our ultimate goal. Like, it's as simple as that. It's our love for Zack and sharing it for his movies and for AFSP. I mean, that's why we do this. It's us united. But to answer the question as far as how are we going to get away with this, or, you know, is Warner Brothers going to come after us? And I, by all means, send me a cease and assist letter. I'm totally cool with it, because at the end of the day, nothing's really going to happen.
We're following copyright laws, like, you know,
the copyright law. Yeah, it's simple. Title 17, Section 107 clearly states that we can use characters for fair use if we're not trying to profit off it commercially, and that's why we're a nonprofit. Because we're not profiting off of it. We're actually showing people. And I'm going to do a breakdown to how we actually made it when it finally comes out. So there is going to be an educational purpose to it as well, that there's going to be an educational videos that we'll put out and show people from the artists. And I'll show you the editing techniques and the things we did and the system we actually use to do this universally and in real time. And it's, you know, to help other creators out there do these types of projects and to kind of build their tool sets and to learn new techniques and skills and to do things at, you know, different levels and use what you know. And at the end of the day, we're not telling you to, hey, give us money. We're not saying that at all. We're saying, hey, donate to AFSP, because Hussein and Andre are building a really fucking cool way to distribute this. And it's going to be like an awareness kind of like thing where it's going to be all these different channels coming together kind of in a way to kind of build up to this moment. And then we play the final premiere of this.
Everyone that's here right now has already been part of those kind of events that we've done in the past for AFSP charity. And I've gotten like a lot of messages for like, you know, like, oh, like hire a lawyer, do this, do that. Just so you guys know, like Matt already, like we do have a lawyer who we've been talking to, and there's no real issue here. You know, there's many, if you go on YouTube, you look up like Batman fan films and so many like projects that are there that aren't by WB. There's clear copyright laws that people follow, and we are
Pornhub
following those laws. You know, we know copyright laws.
Hey, real quick, Hussein, let me bring in the latest of the late I mean, Jesus, man.
Hey, what's going
This
on?
guy.
Hey.
Hey man,
Jesus Christ.
What up? What up?
Thank
What
you for
up?
gracing us with your presence.
I know, right? Well, my kids
40
had
minutes
swim
late,
class,
though,
so I had to kind of.
Oh, that's cool. The show's over now. So
Yeah.
Tight.
well, he's the
Are we
guy.
here to talk about Lion Pack?
So Andre, man, what, I mean, why we late, man?
I told you. So my kids had swim class.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
Perfect.
I told you I was gonna get him a guy. No, but for real, right?
That was why I was late.
Yeah. Oh, because you ain't trying to hear that bullshit. Look,
But I wouldn't tell you that bullshit. Oh no, Nicotina. Yeah, there we go.
Yo, Frank, what'd you say? Whoa, the motion comment's gonna be hey, man, exclusives. All right. But go ahead. What you were saying, Hussein?
No, that's about it. Like, like people know, people like look into this kind of stuff when they post like, DC or Marvel material on YouTube, right? Like they have disclaimers on there. They do the research. We've been doing our research. I know people have this fear, or I don't know if it's out of jealousy or if it's hate or if it's just because they don't like the idea of the Snyderverse that, this is going to get taken down or whatever it is. We've been doing our research. We've been talking to people. We know what we're doing. We're putting the proper disclaimers there. I know you guys might be worried about, the cast involved. They know what they're doing. They wouldn't have said yes without knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're pretty aware of like how we're releasing this, how this is going to be, how this is going to, drop when it comes out. So everyone knows what they're doing. And like Matt mentioned before, like just take a chill pill. And the other issue that, not an issue, but a lot of the comments I'm seeing is that, oh, is this the end of Restore the Snyderverse? No, this is not the end of Restore the Snyderverse.
No.
It's something we're doing just to spread awareness. And like Meg said, this is showing love to Zack, this is showing love to the entire Snyder community, to the AFC community. This is not the end of Restore the Snyderverse. This is, if anything, this is just hyping it up even more.
Yo puts a nice comment in here. I'm probably gonna do a behind the score video after the fact. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? We look forward to seeing that.
So,
Oh yeah.
And you know what's funny is that Il did it all by analog. So if you know the difference between digital and analog, he did it analog. So he's doing it, like literally doing it,
Right.
and it's pretty legit. Like when we talk about it and we go over like the audio, I tried to get him today, and he figured it out that I reversed his audio. But
He figured it out.
yeah, he did. He figured it out.
What's up, Brooke?
so, bro.
What up?
No, I mean, this whole thing has been really, really incredible, and how it's come together. It started out so small.
Yeah, just answer. Yeah, basically, what you're doing is you're about to answer this question. This project going to be how long have you all planned all of this? So go ahead, Nicotina.
We've been playing this for the last 4 years. No, actually, we've been playing this for gosh, what is it now? Like 3 months? I want to say
3 months. Yeah,
about 3 months, and it started up where the storyboards were out there, and they were wonderful, and they were just beautiful, and they had so much story, so much art.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we saw them with color, it added a whole new dimension to it. And that's when I thought about it. I was like, dude, that'd be really awesome if we can somehow bring this to life with sound, with music, audio. Like there's so many aspects that you can add to this to really kind of bring this to life, because as far as from what we know, as far as WB is concerned, we're not going to get this possibly. And so I said, you know what, like if there was a way to kind of bring this to life, to kind of make sure that to let everybody know that this exists, and this was in place at one point, I felt that this was something that could be so cool to do together. And obviously, I reached out to certain individuals. Ohio Dave was in it, and Matt, and a whole bunch of other people as well, actors as well. And it really took off. It started out as something smaller, and then it's expanding, and it's getting even bigger. And it's really exciting to see where it's going to go. I mean, everyone has volunteered their time to make this happen, and it's been amazing to see how it's all come together. It really has. Why she got to ask about Candace?
Who's Candace playing?
Play Iris West, doesn't she, on the Flash? Oh, Jesus. Oh man, my illustrious co-host. Yeah, let's see. Regardless of Snyderverse continuing, we'll never see this specific story. Yeah,
Exactly.
pretty much.
And that's one of the reasons we didn't alter. Like, I know a lot of people weren't a big fan of Lois and Bruce hooking up. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of that. And this actually blew up on Reddit quite a bit. Like, this actually caught a lot of traction on Reddit. And people were asking, like, oh, are you guys keeping that the same? Well, we're keeping the entire storyboard the same, because like it went once, like, Zack returns and he does this, he already has different plans in mind for what he's going to do for Justice League 2 and 3. So the entire storyboard is going to be the same. It's just you're getting a lot of additional art, a lot of like additional filler scenes, motion comics. So there's going to be a lot of movement and effects, and a couple new characters that were referred to in storyboards that you'll actually see art of. So.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
one
got.
thing I feel like people keep forgetting is like these storyboards are not the story. Like if the Snyderverse,
they're like 6 years old,
continues, these storyboards aren't what's going to be used.
No,
like, it's a different. Zach already said that multiple times. Like, like my story is going to be different than what's on the board.
So let's say it one more time, Dave.
The storyboards will not be used.
Thank you.
Hold up, real quick. Not to interrupt you, Ted. Hey, jumping on the show, man. The homie Geraldo, what's good, man?
Awesome,
how's it going, boys?
What's up, man?
Wow, really happy to be with everyone.
I just want to say you're phenomenal, man.
Oh, phenomenal.
Man,
Phenomenal.
Yes.
You knocked it out. You knocked it out.
Oh,
we heard your work, man. It is amazing. It is amazing.
I can't wait to listen to the final product. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I've never talked to you before, so when I first heard it, and I'm like, this is edited. I was like, there's no way this is real. I'm like, oh, this is him. I'm like, dude, that is crazy.
Oh, thanks for saying that's really cool, man. That's really sweet of you to say. Thank you.
Dude, fun fact, Geraldo actually calls me every night and reads me to sleep.
You're not supposed to tell him.
You want to?
That's just me and you, Dave.
You time.
Like I said, my intro music, he did that, and
it was fire too.
It's incredible. I can't.
Thanks, man.
We talk often, and I'm just like, yo, dude. I thank him all the time, just because you know what I mean. Like he's done a lot for me, for as far as content creation goes and stuff. So I really appreciate that, man. And I'm looking to, dude. I can only, if you guys saw that, dude, what was it called? The Snyder cut, like backstory that you voiced over.
Yes, that was I'm trying to remember how that kicked off, but who did the animation? That was Soham.
That was Butterbar, right?
Yeah.
That's his handle. And Abdul actually had the idea, and Darren Benson, he wrote the script, and we talked about me doing the voiceover, and I said, let me see if I can get some, a piece of music that isn't too on the nose, but that has to do with it. So I edited my voiceover and mixed it with Journey to the Line by Hans Zimmer, and it really
so we'll get bounced. I was about to say, you think we'll get bounced if we play it?
Which actually, fun fact, it's the score that they used for the very, very first trailer at Comic-Con for Man of Steel.
Yeah, I remember. That's why it resonates with me so much. And then I went to look for it, and I finally found them. They came from the Thin Red Line, and I was like, yo,
that's right.
This is
no, and it's beautiful. It is. Cool.
If any of y'all have ever seen the very like the Comic-Con teaser for Man of Steel, the music in that is
phenomenal.
It's ridiculous.
So it sure is.
Yeah,
it sure is.
And it matches perfectly. And I remember whenever they started releasing subsequent like trailers for it, I was just like, "Where's that music at?" I need to find that. And it because I thought it was made specifically
like original.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, but it wasn't.
So do you guys want to hear Geraldo's? I'm just gonna do it. I'm
it.
listening to it right now, and I think it's like I'm just gonna.
Okay,
do it.
Just don't tell Hussein. Don't tell Hussein we're doing.
Don't tell Hussein. His mic's off anyway.
Act like he's
It's
all right,
pretend like
ladies and
Hussein's
gentlemen, no introduction is needed. Here we go.
I think I can. You guys can hear my. You got my audio. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just don't tell Hussein. So this is kind of a rough. Don't take this as like finalized.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take what I showed you guys earlier.
That's Hussein as the Green Lantern, by the way.
Yeah, this is Hussein, by the way.
looking cut, man.
No, not him. The person behind him back here.
Oh, okay.
Back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then I'm just gonna play the audio.
And Batman will ultimately sacrifice his life for these unlikely friends and the woman he loves, leaving behind a legacy that will never truly die.
All right, that's it. That's all they get.
Yo,
That's really
let's
good.
fucking go, dude.
Yeah, that's really good.
Draw those
Wow.
dialogue or his audio. That was the first one that I received where it literally gave me chills when I was listening to it. I was just like, that's when I realized, like, okay, this is.
I remember that. Yeah,
this is gonna get bigger. This is bigger than I thought it was gonna be. This is gonna be really, really good.
Real quick, Andre, jumping in right now is. We were just talking about him. Ill Life's in the house. What's good?
Yeah. My muse, my secondary muse.
What's up, man? Matt, I think you misunderstood or misquoted me about the analog thing. I would never be able to do all analog.
Right? Yeah. Sorry. It would have been like dual.
I use analog emulation.
Yeah, it'll be dual analog.
Playing drums in his house, like
yeah.
It would take me like a year to do all this analog.
I probably did, man. I probably.
His wife's like, "Are you gonna stop soon? We have to put our kids to bed. Hold on."
I just didn't want every other like audio guy out there to be like, he's a fucking liar, you know.
What's good? What's
Cancel
good,
Ill Life.
Welcome to the show, man. It's a pleasure having you on.
It's actually my first time talking to a lot of you guys face to face for the first time.
No, definitely.
So talk about your experience, man. How did you get involved in this?
Well, okay, so I'm pretty sure Dawson's the reason because, like, I as a lot of you guys know, like, we did the What If together.
Yeah,
the Supergirl one I scored, and we were planning to do more of them. And at the time, right after we did that one, was when the storyboards dropped. Can everybody hear me? Okay, by the way.
Yeah,
good. Okay, and you know, back then I said something to him like we should really like do one of these like as the storyboards kind of, you know what I mean? And like at the time he wasn't feeling it or whatever, or I guess he thought it was going to be too big to take on. So it went to the shelf or whatever. And then I guess when Nicotina started thinking about doing it and mentioned it to Dawson probably threw my name out there. I'm thinking, right? Is that what happened? Yeah. So, and then, you know, from there we got Geraldo's clip, like you guys were saying and everything. And it's just gotten bigger and bigger since and become a monster of its own, basically. So,
yeah.
How much music have you written, man? For this,
I honestly, I mean, I have a bunch of sound design done of stuff that I'm planning to use for certain scenes and stuff like that. But I basically spent the last month making it a narrative with the dialogue.
Right.
You know, like everybody sent me a bunch of audio clips and takes, and I had to take them all and make them a timeline. You know what I mean? So, and I did a little mixing on them because a lot of them had hiss and hum and stuff like that. And I did a lot of you know dry mixing like EQing and stuff like that. Right. And so now I'm like about to hit the Foley stage, and then I'm gonna drop the music on at the end. You know, but by the time I get to that point, the music's gonna fall right into place. You know, it's like I've listened to it so many times. Or you know, I mean,
so you're gonna do actual Foley?
Oh yeah. I already have a whole folder like ready to go.
Yeah,
with like
that's awesome.
I got it listed in a notebook, what's going in what scene and everything. You know, so I mean, and honestly, a lot of the score stuff I'm using music wise was already like when me and Dawson made the decision to go forward with the What Ifs and started trying to come up with more concepts to do more of them that way. You know, I basically went into like Snyderverse sound design mode for the last few months and was preparing to do more of them. And I already have like a ton of stuff ready to go that's like going to fit right into this perfectly sound design wise. So
cool.
it should be pretty epic. I think people are going to be pretty blown away.
Can't
and the artists too, everything, man. It's like, I mean, Matt working on it, everybody. It's been amazing, man. It's like I can just.
That's awesome.
I was telling my kids about it today. Like they're like, "Who cares, Dad? You're nobody."
I love the encouragement from you.
Yeah.
Your little.
I showed my nephew the title, the video that was put out today. I was like, check it out, and he was like, "That's it." Like, yeah, dude, that's it. Are you kidding
Did you not
me?
hear that?
That's exactly what my 19-year-old son did. I was like, I did that music. Like,
Guys, I'm gonna have to drop. I'll try calling back in if you guys are still on here. And but I just wanted to say that Zebrafed is in the chat, and a lot of this, he did a lot of the concept art as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's been able to draw the exact ideas that Matt and I have been picturing in our heads, and it's turning out phenomenal. So just want to give a huge shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely.
I got quiet.
I saw Zebrafed stuff too. He was
I got quiet on purpose.
He's a good guy. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.
I'm saying, appreciate you stopping by.
Later, man.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah. So
Well,
go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, like, kind of like what Ohio Dave was saying about, these are storyboards that aren't what Zack would use moving forward if he were to move forward with the Snyderverse.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I want people to understand as well is that this is the plan that was in place when they were trying to move forward with this universe to begin with. And it demonstrates so many layers and so many emotions, and there's so much detail and art involved with this. And I know that a lot of us have read these and have seen these, but there's a huge majority of people, the casual fan that's out there, that don't even know these exist. And so that's one thing I wanted was to bring awareness to that as well. That like, hey, this was there. This was in place. This was a plan that was developing.
That's a very good point on you.
Before, the powers that be, whoever decided to go into a different direction. This is what we could have had in store. And it's such an epic tale. And to have all these guys attached to it now to try and bring this to life and bring this to the fans, it's such an amazing thing. It's an amazing project. And, I'm so happy just to even be a part of it.
It's really, I'll tell you what, I got to admit, as the audio files came in, I was floored by the fact that all the actors were like willing to do it the way they were. Like I really wasn't expecting that. I was thinking, maybe a couple, but it's kind of epic what we got going on right now. It's like
the amount of audio files that were coming in at one point, it was just like one after another, after another, after another. And once again, it's a testament to the strength of this fandom in the sense that, we're asking all these individuals to volunteer their time to do this, and they were doing it without hesitation. Like, yeah, I can get it to you right now. Give me until tomorrow. Boom, they send it right in. And like when Geraldo sent his in, it was so fast that I was like, oh my god, he already did it. I wasn't even ready for it. I was like, whoa, okay, here we go.
Dude, Geraldo, you're a born narrator, brother. Like,
start your engines.
Well, it is one of the things that I do for a living. So I mean,
I could tell. Definitely, yeah. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, this guy's a professional.
I was just coming off a session, and Nicotina sent me the message. And I said, yeah, just have you got the script? Yep, and hang on, and just send it in.
Yeah, that was perfect.
You were literally, G was you were in your studio when you got it. So all you had to do was just turn to the mic and just
turn it on.
I mean, it's exactly what it was. This. Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
and that was it. So,
you do have one of those legit narrate my life voices, like yo, Anthony. Anthony wakes up in the morning. I'm like, yo,
bless
what?
you, man. That's really cool.
It's like there's Morgan Freeman, and then there's you, right there below him.
As Andre brushes his teeth.
I know. And he looks down at his mouthwash and wonders, should I or should I not? You know what I mean? Like, You want to hear what happens next? It's really
Wake
good.
the fuck up, Anthony.
Oh, so that's who's playing Batman. It's Meg, the Secret House. What's going on?
Gender has no bounds in this.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
We decided to take a different approach to Batman.
Yeah. So real quick for anybody who's joined late, this is what we're discussing. This is just the little tease that was dropped earlier today. I'm gonna play it as many times as I want to throughout the show because it's fire.
I don't want him dead. I want Superman to celebrate.
Yeah, so there it is.
Awesome.
Damn.
And
I've watched that about 40 times since last night.
Hey, Taylor, somebody said you need some caffeine, homie. And I was like, well, somebody.
Yeah, he's texting me too. He's trying to get you guys to wake me up.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, I work at a hospital. I got a baby on the way. I'm fucking tired.
Hey, man, 1,000% fee. So you guys got any final thoughts on the project, man? Which is it's going to be fully for an AFSP type of event where we're going to stream it. A lot of shows combined, and there's going to be everything gained from that will be given to AFSP. So that's the main goal in mind as we move forward with this. Like I said, I don't know much because I just did my part, but the guys up here behind the scenes who are doing the hard work. Look, she says, "Show more." Hussein is gone.
What do you guys want to see? He's not here.
I'm gonna tell you what. I will be honest with you. As I have Matt's shared screen right there, I'm seeing quite a lot. So,
I'm telling you, obviously we can't show everything, but like there's some stuff that has been made that will just blow your freaking mind. Like when I saw it, I was like, actually, to tell you the truth, this is not a shameless plug. But yesterday's episode of the Four Nerds, if you watch yesterday's episode of the Four Nerds, during the stream, this guy decided to bombard me with, he goes, "Hey, I'm going to blow your mind, and I'm going to do it while you're on the stream." I was like, whatever. And so he's sending me videos that have been put together already. And I was jaw dropped. I was like, it was so good. It was so good. So no, this is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah, what's been shown is only the tip of the iceberg. I know that.
Nice. So y'all got any final thoughts on this fan project, man? As we move forward with the rest of the show.
It's not a fan project.
Oh my
bad. No. I just want to make I know a lot of people are looking out for the IPs and if Warner Brothers is going to take it down, or they're not. I mean, there's nothing they can do. I mean, if we get a cease and desist letter, I'm just going to frame it and then put it here in the studio because I just think it's going to be great.
They're going to sue you.
Yeah, they're going to sue me for the rest of my whiskey. That's all they're.
Without their permission. They will sue.
God forbid the next time I dress up as Batman, I need to pay Warner Brothers for that.
Yeah. For real. Exactly.
Oh my God.
None of that's going to happen. And I think what we have in store, I'm a person that loves to share, but I know I can't because,
I mean, do you want me to? I mean,
I want to share. There's so much, but again, I love to surprise people. I just love to drop it off in your DMs and be like, "Hey, good morning." So if you get a DM from me, with something, then good morning to you. But I love it that all the hard work and everybody put in all this time. To me, it's time and effort and energy and to volunteer that time to be part of this project. I thank you so much because we're taking that passion and we're doing the best we can with it, and we're going to bring it to the best of its ability. And like I said, the things that people have seen today, just on what I have right here in front of me and what you got to see here, is just a little bit like like not even a microscopic view of what we're doing to it. Like that is a base. And we're adding more to it. So, it's that much. it's that much, and I think everybody.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Like I said, it was just like Andre said. He asked me, I was like, "Yeah." It's not even a question. Like you know, just I need this, and so like
Anthony's playing Wonder Woman, by the way.
Yeah,
I told you, man. Gender moving. Yeah,
I can hear it in the voice. Yeah,
he's like, "Mother, what are you doing?" Excellent, man. You nailed it. All right, time.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna play it one more time before we move on to the show. But here is the title reveal.
Let's break some history right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of teaser.
I don't want him dead. I want Superman to submit.
Yeah, so there it is.
What is he saying at the end? Suffocate?
Submit.
Oh, submit. Okay.
Yeah. So Dreamscapes of Justice League, a motion comic coming soon to everyone out there. I'm sure you'll be well prepared for it.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. They're not just gonna. Are y'all gonna just drop it on a random Tuesday morning? Just like, yo, here it is.
We thought about doing that. We thought about just shadow dropping it on everybody, just one of these random days.
Honestly, like with Matt, you never know. He might just drop it tomorrow. Like, you know what? I'm done.
I do that.
It's good.
I do that from time to time.
Say Anthony play back on Jesus Christ. All right, so I know a few of you guys got to bounce soon. So like before this bomb dropped this morning, and like my mind started churning about like having you guys come on the show to talk about it and things of that nature. I had my original plan, and we'll run through this because my show it can last as long as it needs to, or it can be as short as it needs to. But let me get this up here. The original plan for the show was to talk about an attempt, because it gets kind of hard to rank all 10 of Zack Snyder's films, which are, as you can see, they're here in order of appearance: Dawn of the Dead 300, Watchmen, Legend of the Guardians of Al Ghul, Sucker Punch, Man of Steel, BBS Ultimate Edition, Snow Steam Iron, Justice League, or Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Army of the Dead. So there we have them. What I'm going to do is I'll run around the horn. Number 10, tell me what your number 10 is, and we'll discuss if need be. If not, then we'll just move to number 9. So let me see, where's that? All right, here we go. Matt, you got a number 10?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this really quick. Snow Steam Iron, just because I wanted more of it.
Yes. Taylor.
The same.
Same? Yeah. That's it. It's probably gonna be a lot of the same in there. Yeah, just because it's short.
1 and 2 is going to be where it differentiates.
Yeah, the top 5 is going to be fire.
Yeah.
So is everybody in agreement that number 10 is Snow Steam Iron, or is there any
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's my number 10.
For the same reason as Matt's. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well, my number 10 is Hours of Gahul because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Truth's here now.
Yeah, that's true too. He's just been chilling, man. All right. Number 9. What y'all got for number 9? I'll get mine first. One put a list up again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
He was like, Brooke, help!
No, what? Chill. So okay, for me, number 9 is Legend of the Guardians. Fire movie. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we all love all of these movies, but it's like, how does this movie resonate with you? Whenever you think about the title of this movie, what comes to mind first? And that's how, for me, that's how the list played out. My number 9 is Legend of the Guardians.
Same. Mine's Al's.
Same.
Same.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
Oh, okay.
Sucker Punch for me too.
Okay.
Sucker Punch. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's keep it moving, man. Number 8.
Legends of the Guardians.
Snow Steam Iron.
Snow Steam Iron. Okay.
Dawn of the Dead.
I got Sucker Punch.
I'm Dawn of the Dead, number 8.
Oh shit, Dawn of the Dead, number 8. Damn.
I mean, I love it, but if I gotta rank them,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, number 8 for me too.
This is going blow. Yo, number 8. like an Army of the Dead for me is where number 8 falls. Fire movie, but it doesn't hit like the next ones to come up. So what y'all got for number 7?
Army.
Army?
Okay.
Army.
Yeah.
I got
Dawn of the Dead. Dawn, yeah. Dawn of the Dead.
All right. For me, number 7 is Sucker Punch. Movie just hits, man. Every time I watch it, it just hits a certain way.
I love it. So many people misunderstand it and hate on it, and I think it's incredible. Like, I love that movie. Like,
I do. It just hits for me. Okay, and I bring the list back up. Number 6 for you guys.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
that's my number 6 is Dawn.
Army.
I got Army.
Oh, okay.
I got Army, then Dawn of the Dead, because Dawn of the Dead is where it all started. So
yeah, that I wasn't a big zombie movie fan, so like, but until Dawn of the Dead, I was like, this is fire. Like, this is a different way to do these movies without having these slow walking whatever, and you had some real fire to it. So let's go ahead to number 5.
I'm gonna say 300.
Yes, that is my number 5. Is 300.
Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah.
I got Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay.
Wow.
Actually, Dave, you just made me think.
After all this time, number 5.
You said that made you I have changed this up. The middle movies, I've changed them up like 3 times a day.
Wait. Put it back up again.
Okay.
I want to make sure I got this right. Wait, hold on. 1, 2. I guess I already passed that
300 as well.
Yeah, 300.
Yeah, I'll stick with 300. Yeah.
I mean,
300.
groundbreaking. Do what?
My final answer.
You got it.
Oh shit! Watchmen number 1, Watchmen number 5.
Wow.
That's the exact one I just said. Al's number 7. Oh, 10. Yeah, Sucker Punch number 8. Okay, that's what the chat's thinking. Let's go ahead and what number are we on? 4, right?
4.
Yeah.
4 for me is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
BVS for me.
BBS. Okay.
Yeah, I got BBS as number 4.
I'm Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Watchmen for me.
Yeah. Man of Steel.
Nice.
Watchmen for me.
That's a hot take right there.
Man of Steel number 4.
Man, really? That's like putting I won't even go there. But
is that like showing up late to a stream?
Yeah, is it like
that's like I won't even say it. But I chose what did I choose? Watchmen. Watchmen's a fire movie though. I mean,
Watchmen
that's
that's why Watchmen is legit my number 3 movie. Watchmen. I don't know.
Number 4?
Yeah, same. Watchmen. Oh wait, yeah. Are we on number 4 or 3?
Number 4.
No, we did 4.
No. Yeah, we did.
What was 4?
Yeah, we're on
my
3.
4 was Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah,
I thought we did 5. If 5 was 300. Oh yeah, then okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm off.
Late and just
Okay, so number 3.
Watchmen for me.
Justice League.
Okay.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Nice.
I'm Watchmen too.
All right, we have the top 2
Number
spots.
2.
I have a hard time putting Zack Snyder's Justice League at number 3 because like I know that lately I've been watching it more and more. Like I pretty much watch it like if not parts of it every single day. And
same.
And there's so many layers to it, and there's so many. It's such a good movie, and
it's a great movie.
You would have to rank what part you would.
I know exactly what you mean. It's like it's evolving in your head.
Yeah, you're just like, wow,
BBS the Man of Steel did. It's like the same thing's been happening.
The truth is, this whole thing is terrible. It's choosing between your children, guys.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
There's
like,
damn,
this is a bad idea, Anthony.
I'm out of here.
In the beginning, it's just like, all of the movies are fucking awesome, but like, it's just. That's what makes it hard to put them on. Gerardo, thank you for that. Choosing the children.
I guess Zack Snyder's Justice League. I feel bad saying that, but yeah, I guess.
I felt bad saying anything about
I know.
This is number 10. Oh shit.
Was he watching? Hey, my bad, yo. What you were saying though about Zack Snyder's Justice League? That's a movie. Literally could be like I got 20 minutes to kill. Let me throw this on for 20 minutes. I'll watch, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll come back to it whenever I
like.
Oh yeah, and just pick a random part of the movie. And
like yesterday, I was gonna go to bed, and then I wanted to watch something, so I put on Zack Snyder Justice League, and I watched the scene where Steppenwolf arrives in Themyscira, and I was just like, dude, this is so fucking badass. I was like, oh my god. And but to think that, you know, just comparing it to the other one, you're just like, man, this is so beautiful. This is so fire. I can't I couldn't imagine not going with this, you know. So
it's interesting that you brought up that exact sequence, because when I started watching, when we got the preview link, and I was sitting on the couch. My wife was next to me, but she was working on her laptop, and as soon as Steppenwolf just comes in and just starts ripping the Amazons apart, I just started sobbing. And she looked at me and she said, What's wrong with you? I was like, I'm so happy. Steppenwolf just murdering everyone. I'm like,
but there were so many things that made sense about it. Like when Steppenwolf and the Parademons came flying out of the water up into the air, I was like, whoa, right? But then like a second later, I was like, that's why he's so high up in the air. Because when Steppenwolf lands, I remember I was always like, why did he jump so high in the air? Like, you know what I mean? It would make sense because he has to come up over a cliff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, that makes perfect sense.
Not to mention in the Joss Whedon version where he just, storms out of the dome and is like,
He cut the X. He cuts an X and just like shoulders through it. Like,
oh my god!
It's like, what was the point of shutting the doors if he just cut?
Exactly.
Right?
He could just
And
that's
a lot of that it didn't collapse and the Amazons didn't all die. That's why.
They just stayed there, kept on fighting until they got tired. No, I don't know. It just but like the way they came out of the water, it was more terrifying and it was more menacing. You're just like, holy cow, they're a lot stronger than we thought, you know. And he was unscathed, you know. Steppenwolf was like, just came right out, like, yeah, where you going? It's nuts. I was like, wow, this is. And of course, when he lands and then has to fight the Amazons, that was the most brutal scene. You're just like, dude, this. I can go on for days anyway.
I feel you, G is like, yo, I was literally in tears over seeing dude just cut Amazons in half. But it was glorious. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was,
or the one on the horse, like sticks him with a spear. He's just like, grabs the horse and throws them over. Oh, you know, it's just like, God.
No, the minute he's like, hang on, just let me put my axe down and let me just,
yeah.
Oh, he did.
Hang on a sec. Okay.
and then just to top it all off,
he motorboated a bunch of parademons.
After
I'm still trying to figure out which route.
He chopped them all up, and all of a sudden he looks at the camera. he cuts all the arrows off. It was just like, God damn! Like, this guy's a beast.
I actually had to make some effort.
Yeah.
So but I totally get what you're saying though about it, Andre. That like, because I've been going through the same thing with it lately. That like, every time I watch it now, it's just like with BVS and Man of Steel over the years. Like I'm noticing these new layers and pieces and things that I, even like little nods to the comics that I didn't notice the first. When I first went into it, when it first came out, it's like I was wanting BVS. And it was not BVS. It was different, and it took. I loved it either way, but I'm just saying. It took it a while to marinate and start doing what Zack Snyder movies do to me, and it's like now I'm just like every time I watch it, I notice something different that I'm like, it's like,
I think okay. So we're at the last two. I think for everyone but Truth, there's only 2 movies left. Truth, I think. Well, your BVS was 4 for you, right?
Yeah, BVS was 4.
Okay. So for everybody else, I think we got like the same. Is it the same top 2 for everybody?
I think I got. I got BVS as number 1, and I got Watchmen as number 2.
Okay. So number 2, go ahead. You got Watchmen. I got
Watchmen.
BVS Ultimate Edition.
300.
I got 300 too.
Nice.
I got Man of Steel 2, BVS 1.
Okay, so
This is a really hard one.
Yeah.
I don't think I have an answer. I can't choose.
We're gonna motorboat this together.
That's Man of Steel and BVS. It's like one movie almost. Like you can't. It's so hard to pick.
I think Matt isn't ever going to forgive me for that little piece.
No, I love it, and I love
you know, improvised sound design.
I'm gonna go with BVS. As much as I love that movie, I think BVS number 2.
Yeah, for me, it's BBS 2, Man of Steel 1. Man of Steel just when I saw it just hit so much differently.
He's making a sequel to Man of Steel. Did you guys know that?
What?
Rebel Moon, right? Rebel Moon is. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, can't wait. Yes.
Just the other day, Ohio Dave was streaming Man of Steel for a short time, and dude, we were watching it, and it was the beginning scene when Zod is staging a coup and trying to take over, and the score is just is rocking the entire time. And I remember we were watching it, and I think Dave was like. He's like, dude, we're just tripping out, and this is like the first 15 minutes of the movie, and all of us were like, the score's amazing, oh, this is badass, oh my, you're like, dude, this movie just started. We're already freaking out.
That's how that movie hits.
I think I'm gonna have to give BVS.
That movie might be Hans Zimmer's best score ever, in my opinion.
Oh,
that score is amazing.
I'm not sure if it's his best, but it's definitely my favorite.
It's to go from the
objectively speaking, I'm not sure if it's his best, but it definitely is the one that I
that's what this list was about. It's your favorites as you look at his body of work, which we all love. We're fans of Zack Snyder. We love the body of work, and so just looking at that, just films. I mean, we're not about to bring in Michael Jordan's Playground. What was the one he did? Just the films, and I do consider. I mean, even though it's a short film, it is still a film. Stone, Steam, Iron.
Well, I mean, with me, when I think about Watchmen, and a lot of people the way they look at it, if people don't know me personally, I'm a huge Watchmen fan. I even have it tattooed on me. And there's a lot of people out there that do, and it's me, I take the real literary version, the very concrete deconstruction of it, the way Zach looked at it. There's a lot of things that he did in that movie that people, I think, they didn't pay attention or it went over their head. The selection of the music was actually in the book. He picked every single song, and I'm dude, you can't bypass that detail. Even the detail of doing little things and taking these little elements and bringing them to life, being able to do the Rorschach, getting away with that, that scene where he kills the dog and he really gets into it, and the scene where he does the whole beans, bean juice, and it's even those shots and the way he designed it to fit. I know that the story changes, but he took creative liberties there to mold it into his own. But it's still the detail there. The story elements are still there.
Incredible.
You know what I mean?
And
I'm just I can't forget that.
That's the same thing with BVS and Man of Steel for me. Is I've been a DC reader my whole life. I have to hide. Well, when I was married, I just got divorced, but I used to hide my weekly subscription cost to my comics because it was like a drug habit or something to my wife. If she would have knew how much I was spending, it would have been a big fight.
They just keep on showing up.
But when I watched Man of Steel and BVS, it was I didn't care what changes he made or anything, because watching it, it's I could tell he knew the soul of these characters. He read the books too. Absolutely. He loved the characters too. Mm-hmm. So to me, he could do whatever he wants with the universe because he's coming from a place of if Frank Miller, or I hate to use the name, but Jeff Johns or someone like that wrote a new alternate Earth version of Batman, Superman, that's exactly how I take his universe, and I love it.
He understands the mythos.
He understands the mythos, exactly. Yes, good way to put it. Yeah.
Well, and it's crazy to think that there was talk about this Batman is too dark. He's too depressing. If you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, he's so hopeful and he's so inspiring. And he even says, he goes, for the first time, Alfred, I'm running strictly on faith. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's come full circle. So it's like you wanted that Batman that wasn't so dark. Well, he was giving that to you if you just let him do it.
Right.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But like Matt was saying with like 300, like, or not 300, but Watchmen, that when we had Richard Citron on For Nerds, like I asked him because he was talking about them coming up with the opening sequence, which, by the way, in my personal opinion, the best opening sequence in the history of film. I will never change my mind.
Yeah.
It just, that first 11 minutes of Watchmen is.
No, it's
I can't. I don't know any words else to describe it. Just to say that it's fire. Yeah. And he said, because if you notice, there's only like 4 or 5 pictures in the comic for that entire opening sequence with the comedian being. So they had to come up with that entire thing from here, and that's a.
Yeah, he pulled elements from the book and put it in the opening, and those elements are spread out throughout the book. Like you had to really look at those panels to know, was that in the book or did he add that? And it's like, it's there, but he just added motion to it. And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, and the way they all had to move, they actually had to do this to get the shot. I'm like, dude, I'm going to start doing this when I go to work.
I mean, it's like with 300 too. Like 300, when it came out, no one had did a comic adaptation the way 300 was done, you know. Like, I remember seeing the soldiers fall off the cliff and like looking at my son and being like, "This is exactly what the page looks like." It's like the page is brought to life on screen, you know. Like,
and you know what I love so much about 300 too is that the Persians and all the different armies that they brought with them.
Whoa, bro.
What
happened?
Don't say Persians that way. I didn't like
that. That's from the movie, man. Whatever. But what I liked was that they all had this crazy kind of like monster, almost demon look to each one of them. Yeah. And at the same time, like in real life, when these stories were told, like that was the perspective of the storyteller. Was like, yeah, these are these horrible monsters from this army, and they're trying to take our land, you know. So I don't know, it just really fit with that narrative. Like, from their perspective, this is what they would look like. This is what they would feel like if you were telling the story. I was like, this is perfect. I totally get it, because I remember my friends were like, how come everyone look like monsters? I was like, yeah, but it's a perspective. Like from that time, that totally makes sense to me. Like I thought that was really cool.
Have you guys all seen the second?
No.
Yeah.
Second 300.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Right.
I mean, Zach.
That's it all right there, Dave.
Direct it, but he produced, you know, like Zach didn't direct that one, but he hands-on produced it. Junkie did the soundtrack. Like, it's still great. Like, I wish they.
Let's be real. Let's all take appreciation for the second one, where the Greeks are running off the cliff and they jump onto the boat. That fucking shot to do that was so clean that it was like, dude, like. That is pretty fucking sweet. And what's his name? KG Beast was in that movie. The guy that played KG Beast.
He was. Yeah. But see, that's the thing too. Is like you talk about like amazing shots. You know, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think we were talking about yesterday when the league was talking about what to do with the mother box, and they had the cameras that were rotating around the team as they were talking in that meeting. It's such a beautiful scene, and not only that, but later on when they come back to the Batcave. And they're all in their suits. You know, Batman has the cowl off, and they're trying to figure out where Steppenwolf's base is at and what to do. The way they shot that linear way where you're looking at all of them standing side by side, looking at the back computer. It was I remember when I watched that, I was just like, that was one of the points where I watched it and said, oh my god, this is such a better movie. Like this is a movie. I don't know what that was, but this is like they put thought into this. Zach, you know what I mean?
It took you till that point.
So good. Well, no, I mean there was plenty of points. Don't get me wrong, but that was one of the points where I was like, God, this is such a better movie. Like,
I firmly believe that Warner Brothers had no intentions of actually putting a movie out with Justice League. I think it was all a sabotage job against Zach. That's my opinion. I mean, they kept when you go to see that movie, what's it say on the opening screen? Argue it. Directed by Zack Snyder. You know, like.
No, and big. It's like boom.
Yeah,
laying
it on the character. That's what it is.
Don't want to make you forget that it's right here. And you tried. You tried.
And
tried.
Yeah.
Look how much he messed up this universe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want you to see. So yeah, that's looking at these fire posters too. To be honest, he always put out the Watchmen one, 300. What is that? That's an iconic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's several. Most of these movies all have like different covers, except for I've seen a few for Zack Snyder's Justice League and Army. I haven't seen anything for Army of the Dead because I don't know what the physical media is going to look like. But like, there's been several covers for Man of Steel. This is my favorite, the one where it's just the clean Man of Steel with him flying up in the middle of the.
I love that one too.
Yeah.
And then, dude has.
Tell you what, if the Snyderverse does continue, I think it's safe to say Sucker Punch is probably a good indication of what the Furies are going to be like. Probably,
yeah, I'd be fine. Yeah. Sucker Punch is, dude. I love Sucker Punch. Love all the movies, but
All right, fellas.
Yeah, you got to bounce.
Yeah, I got to head out.
Gotta go.
All right, Dave, man. I appreciate you stopping through, homie.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
All right, Dave.
Fire discussion, man.
I'll call you in a bit, Dave. So we can do the going to sleep thing. Yeah.
Going to sleep. He's like, I gotta get in. He's like, I gotta get 2 matches of Rocket League.
Let me get in on this call.
Dude, hey, if y'all haven't seen How Dave play Rocket League, dude, he's so good. Like he can literally move, like he can move the ball down the other side of the arena. And if you watch other people play, they swerve around. I know, but he does it like gracefully. I was like, man, he makes it look easy. Like
it's because I play too much.
The streams are fired. I do enjoy a good jumping in on one of the Twitch streams, man. It's very entertaining. I can't play but I watch. Yo, you get me out there in Rocket League, you can be like, yo, whose car is that's been sitting over there in the corner bumping up against the wall for 5 minutes? That's exactly what I've been doing. So
all right, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on, dude.
Take it easy. I'll see
Cheers,
you
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, man. It's been a great stream. I appreciate you all coming. Y'all got any final thoughts? Matt's busy. You got something to show, Matt? What you got, Matt?
What are you possibly working on now?
I see what
No, Matt and I are passing notes in class.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Not allowed to share. But no, man, I just, again, thank you, everybody. Geraldo, it's great to see you here. Il, Nicotina, Truth.
Yes, it is.
Thank you guys, Anthony, Wonder Meg's out there, and everybody else that was part of this. We're not going to disappoint. We're working diligently every day and working right now. And I think I sent you a fun little DM, Anthony, if you got a chance to look in your Twitter.
Hold on.
That's just for you for inviting us to the show. So enjoy that.
Okay, yeah.
That's a pretty good reaction.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking fire. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking. I'll look at it after.
Trailer. We're gonna drop a trailer. I think Nicotina, we were talking this month, end of this month. That's
I think so. Yeah.
Nice.
There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna drop. It's gonna be really exciting. A lot to look forward to. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I can't wait.
Nice. Got any final thoughts, Taylor? He's still passing.
This whole thing.
You beat me to it, Nicotina.
I thought he was asleep for a minute. He's like, yes.
No, I was responding to a text. I was looking at my phone. This whole thing has been really cool. Today, when we dropped this at like 9 this morning our time, my DMs on every platform have just been flooded with people. Just excited about this project. A lot of confusion. A lot of people were like, does that mean it's over? Is this what we're doing? And I'm like, no. Read the article. Read the article, people. Don't read the headline. Read the article. But
just starting a fire, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
Set some things on fire, and we're good to go. We'll get some attention.
People are going to see this. And they're going to get excited for what Zack had planned. And then the idea that Zack has already said so many times, that was just the initial idea, and the new idea is even crazier. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I want people to see this and then to be just blown away by what he wants to do later. And hopefully Discovery gets it to him. I mean, Discovery is is going to fix the problem, and that's what we're all hoping for. So
yeah, hopefully Zaslav's watching.
Hopefully.
when it comes out,
Fingers crossed for that one.
Sub to my channel. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Don't forget to leave your
the
comments in the
movie,
comment
not
section
the
below.
stream.
Yeah. Truth, man. Appreciate you coming on. You got any final thoughts on the stream?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Nice meeting everyone, and I'm looking forward to the project. I'm sure it's not going to disappoint, and it's going to be awesome. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you sliding through, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You'll be back. You'll be back. This the door to the ACS Universe it's open all the time and never closes. So you'll be back.
I remember, Anthony. I remember I was the first person in your chat on your first live stream.
Yeah,
remember
dude,
that?
you were. I do
crazy.
remember that. Yes. Who was on?
I just like stumbled on it. I forget how it happened, but I was
just stumbled upon it.
This
Like,
guy
what's
likes
this?
Zack Snyder. Sweet. Like
He's like ACS Universe.
Yeah. No, that was back when I go live and it'd be like 1.5 people watching. Not even a whole, it'd say 1.5 on the little eye thing at the top.
People called me Illif forever. Chris, when I first came out with the Snyder Cut song and they released the Snyder Cut song, Chris Long played it on his show.
Oh,
and he was like, "This is Illif," like pronounce it like L-I-F-F, I was like, it takes people a while to catch on to the Philly thing, it's like,
yeah. I got locked out of the AC. Okay, chill. You weren't even available. So Andre, man, final thoughts, man, on the stream.
No, it was a lot of fun, and it was really difficult to go through all those movies and put them in order, especially 10 of them. I was like, God, because they're all so good.
It's gonna grow. It's growing.
Kid.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Big children here, but like I said, my number one is Man of Steel, just because it just resonates so much deeper, and that it takes nothing away from those other movies. Those other movies are amazing, but if I had to choose one of them that as number one, that would be it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, or like Matt was saying, there are going to be some. Well, I'll just say there's going to be a trailer dropping for this later on, and really, like I said before, this was made to help bring awareness to AFSP and also to the Restore the Snyderverse movement, and that's what this is about. And it also sends a message too that like we have not forgotten about this, and we still want this to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, same. And that's just to echo what you just said. Like with the movies, like it's a win-win situation for every last one of us. It's just fun to rank them, but all of those that besides Zack Snyder's Justice League and Army of the Dead, they're all here on physical. So like on physical media. So like there's no and Snow Steam Iron, because I just don't think that's out on physical media. If it is, somebody send me a link so I can get that. So that it's just fun to rank them. But at the same time, Zach is fired at what he does. He's a great director. We love him, and yeah, we love all the movies pretty much equally. But yeah. So Geraldo, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Final thoughts on the stream?
Man, I really appreciate the invitation, and actually with first about the the motion comic, I just feel really lucky actually, because I just had to say a few lines and I get to tag along, and it's beautiful, and echoing what Nicotina was saying about it's a strong message, still tied in with the whole good cause of AFSP, but also with we have not forgotten. And it's the spirit of release the Snyder Cut and now restore the Snyderverse, just keeping the flame alive. And it's a beautiful thing, the way that this fandom, or at least 99.9% of the fandom, can come together for a really great cause, and for something that in the end will be a labor of love, and a way to pay tribute to good old Zack. And regarding the ranking of the movies, I think it's safe to say that we can change our minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just changed one right now.
Yeah. The thing with 1 and 2 for me, with Man of Steel and BVS, Man of Steel, it's probably number 1, because I've been a Superman freak since before I could talk, and And actually, a little side note: I'm trying to indoctrinate my 1-year-old into loving Superman. So every now and then I sit him down on my lap and I say, "Okay, let's watch First Flight," and we put it on. And the other day, and he does not get distracted very easily. He's very energetic and he always likes to move around. But when I put it on, he just glues his little eyes, and now he applauds. When the sequence ends, and I'm like, "Oh, that's beautiful." So, but amazing. Yeah, Man of Steel hits home for me very, very in a very special way. But at the same time, BVS is just wow. Yeah. I still think it's possibly the best comic book movie ever made. Probably.
It's really
gotten
good.
Oscars.
It's just really good.
Yeah, it is. It is really good.
It's hard to get better than that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Look at that, man. I'll tell you what, Geraldo.
My dad would
be careful the monster you create with your kid, because
my dad
I have a 5-year-old. Right? Those rabbit ears.
Oh,
yeah.
That antenna.
The antenna.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. That's how old
I have a 5-year-old, right?
Yeah,
daughter at that. Okay,
when I was
and
3 or 4, my dad would put on the original Superman movie theme song, just blast it across the house, and then like hold me up and then fly me around the house for like 20 minutes at a time.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
That is.
It was the same at my place. Same thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got
I was saying,
of him doing this.
My daughter, my 5-year-old Geraldo, right? I was saying, be careful creating a monster, because I got DC Universe a few years ago when it first came out, the app, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
In this time, she's 3, 4, going on the 5, right? And I introduced her to Batman the Animated Series, okay? Ooh. She's a really intelligent kid, even though she's young. Now, here's the thing. She fell in love with it to the point where for a while she wouldn't watch anything but, and she got so invested too. I'm talking like a 4-year-old little girl. She's sitting there like invested in these storylines, right? And for some reason, the Creeper episode is her favorite one. But Christmas came that year, and my daughter didn't know that cartoon was from the 90s. To her, it was a new cartoon that just came out, and she wanted all the toys. So I had to go on eBay that Christmas and drop a lot of money, and I actually found like the entire original set and Batmobile still in the Kenner packs, and got her everything. And it was probably one of the most expensive Christmases I ever had, to be honest.
That is so cool. It was worth it. You're like, yes.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, well,
and then I had to watch her play with them and like cringe every time she crashed them into each other and stuff like that. I was like,
dude, if that's the monster my boy is going to become, then bring it on.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's always welcome. And Ill Life, man. With that, man, what's your final thoughts on the stream? I appreciate you coming on. It's your first time
here. Having me. First time, this is actually my first time being like live, honestly. Like except for me and Matt met privately one night. I just got my Ethernet hooked up.
Hey, don't say it that way. We had a production.
Oh, put
a production meeting. Yeah,
exactly. Put everything back there. Hussein's back, man.
He's back. Put everything away. Close up shop.
But no, I mean, honestly, I'm very grateful too, and I feel like it's so awesome that a lot of the moves I made in the last couple of years and circumstances kind of led to like me being a part of this, because I kind of feel like I was born to do it. And I'm gonna blow everyone away with this score. I'll tell you that right now. And it's gonna be metal.
Nice. Yes, high for it. So look, I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate you guys coming on and talking. And I didn't, like I said earlier, the original plan was just to talk about Zack's 10 films for like however long. But then like y'all dropped the fire, and I was like, it would be really good to have you guys come on. And just talk about that, because like you guys said, you guys dropped it and you got so many questions like flooding your inboxes. Like, what is this? What's going on? And so I hit you up, hit Matt up, and I said, yo, you want to come on and talk about it? And he's like, yeah. So because that's I guess my show conveniently fell to where like nobody else had talked about it yet. So I was able to have you guys on to talk about it first. But like I said, I appreciate you all coming to the stream. It is my pleasure to have you. Expect you guys all back whenever you want. I go every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And in the chat, appreciate everybody who stopped by the show, man. It's always a pleasure. My show happens on a Friday night, and it's like a early time on a Friday, and I do realize like there's a lot of stuff people have going on. And for you to spend just a little bit of your Friday evening with me, much appreciated. There you go.
Plane?
I don't know
plane
what
landing out
that
front?
is. Nah, I don't know what especially, and I think, oh shit, I think for all, well, I know Geraldo's been here for, and obviously Andre has, but I don't think Matt, Taylor, Truth, I know Truth hadn't been here, I know Ill Life, but I don't think you two have ever been on my show. Have you guys been on my show before?
Like once, I think it was once.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I remember, yes. So,
I never have.
Yeah, okay. Get out of it. All right, so real quick before we bounce, I want to thank the patrons of the show, the supporters, the people who get to keep the gears running. I appreciate all your support. Yeah, you guys keep the show's lights on if that makes any sense. But yeah, see you guys next Friday. Y'all got any last words? Anybody?
Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Love you, brother. You're the best, ACS.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. Hold up, where's it at? I can't wait to see this. I want to hear everybody's voices, all the score and everything. So Dreamscapes Justice League motion comic coming soon. And yeah. See you guys next week.
Peace out, brother.